gentlemen, my name is Matthews. I'm a student at the Academy Pacific Rim, and I would like to talk to you today about some of my findings in a research paper I did on the safety net in America. Keep in mind, safety net is more than something that provides a margin of protection, of security. It's government programs that protect people experiencing unfavorable economic conditions. Today, the subject of my presentation focuses on the history of welfare, a major benefit program that assists a number of struggling families in the United States, how it came to be and its purpose, and to acknowledge the current benefit program is successful or failure compared to the initial purpose of the program. Throughout my research paper, I incorporate a variety of individuals' perspectives in order to create a big picture on the citizen's point of view of government programs. I have chosen to speak about this topic because it's important to understand what the government is doing for their people, how they maintain society without leaving people that need help behind. I have broken down my speech into several parts. I'll begin by introducing the start of the public assistance way back in the early 20th century when President Franklin Roosevelt was running for office. Then I'll proceed to talk about who really needs welfare, because over the years, there's been a change in who is signing up for assistance. Then I will touch on the positive and negative perspectives on the current economic situation. Every day you may have encountered countless families who barely make enough to live comfortably, or their single parent working weird hours to support his or her kids. Society is constantly improving, modernizing, as you can see around you. No one is guaranteed that every individual can follow without struggling. It's inevitable. You may have wondered, how did it start? Are there any future improvements on the way, and the different effects of the welfare program? The goal of my presentation is to give you a general overview about welfare and the effects that follow the institution of the benefit programs. The New Deal. Roosevelt summarized the New Deal as a use of authority to give authority of a government as an organized form of self-help of all classes and groups in a section of our country. For the first time in the United States, the legal rights of the needy person to public assistance was established, which aimed to restore some measure of dignity and prosperity to millions of Americans who were unable to find work and earn wages to support and protect their families. In effect, the public works and assistance had a positive effect on stimulating America's economy. So far, the welfare program has been successful, assisting those in need as well as helping the economy accomplish their goals so far. But there's a negative perspective. You've probably seen a number of families take advantage of the benefits they receive, spending their money on Jordans or TVs, or cashing in their money on the card to get cash if they had food stamps, rather than paying for their bills, school supplies for their children. Many people have mixed feelings towards welfare and other benefit programs like food stamps. One welfare commissioner believed that the program caused dependency and the poor were better off. This may have been true. There were probably families that taken advantage of the benefit programs and maintaining a lifestyle where they stay on a constant non-improving lifestyle in an effect to receive money from the government. Since food stamps and other aid programs help the poor, the aid also encourages the poor to work less and remain in need of aid. As time goes on, welfare, on the other hand, helps people out of poverty, but there are some families using the benefits for their own personal advantage. Who is really applying for aid? Initially, the welfare program was to help those families in need, single parents and those individuals that need support. The overall idea is that they needed assistance to get out of poverty and ease their way to a standard, comfortable lifestyle. People like a home health worker, a McDonald's cashier, a bank teller, or a professor, they all are evidence of improving economy because they're working and not among them have steady, not among them the steady declining ranks of the unemployed. It's assumed that citizens similar to the situation have their lives together because they have a secure paying job. As an American economy and the expensive of standard way of life comfortable started to increase, more individuals and families from different levels of society are enrolling for assistance. This is a result of the growing gap between employers paying their required to cover the most Americans consider the essential living costs. So overall, who needs welfare is the middle class. Because of the current change among the standard lifestyle, they need assistance. Benefit programs like welfare is the only substitute so they can be successful. So what's the problem? Let's get straight to the point here. The most obvious problem is that the current middle class is not as rich as they used to be. Low-wage employers pay their low-wage employers are being paid low wages because they can when the workforce does not pay their employees enough to get by, they are forced to rely on public assistance programs. Many Medicaid, food stamps, and low-earning tax credits to barely make it by. As a result, the problem is that the labor standards are eroded, allowing profitable corporations to pay low rates. Taxpayers are not only supporting the working class as intended, but also providing a huge subsidy for employers, picking up the difference between what employers earn and what they need to meet the basic living costs. The best solution for this current problem is to raise the federal minimum age. At that level, they would still be need for public aid to ensure that some workers' families are kept out of poverty. But the aid would decline as take-home pay increases, leaving workers and taxpayers better off. If a higher minimum wage were coupled and with increased tax credits for low earners, the poverty-fighting effects of the higher minimum would amplify, further reducing the need for workers and public aid for the food and health care. Ending welfare won't cure the current problem. It's actually being helpful assisting the people in need. To bring a stop to all the pressure the taxpayers are feeling and to help families become more successful in overcoming poverty is to increase the minimum wage. And one effect that welfare brings to America is that it increases entrepreneurs. Welfare becomes a backup plan for people over 60. They can go out and start their own business. And if it fails, they can use welfare as a backup plan to continue that stable lifestyle. And that's it.